Back again, Jesus and the Essenes, and I've got some very exciting news. So this is part 2 of Jesus and Essenism, or Jesus and the Essenes. Just to recap from my previous video, we find that both the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Jesus movement both had expectations of a heavenly Redeemer, and that heavenly Redeemer had a anointed messenger proclaiming or preaching or proclaiming his coming, the coming one that was coming at the eschaton. So they've both got the heavenly Redeemer and both have the anointed messenger. So John the Baptist was the anointed messenger, of course, but in the Melchizedek scroll we find that there's an anointed messenger there announcing the coming of Melchizedek as well, and actually proclaims, and your Elohim is Melchizedek, which is pretty telling. Okay, so the exciting news is that I've only just found out last month is that there is a tomb called the Talpiot tomb, and there's two parts of it, just south of Jerusalem, and one of these tombs had about 10 ossuaries in it. And it turns out that the combination of the names on the boxes is something like the order of happening by chance 1 to 30,000. Because the names on it include James, brother of Jesus, Jesus, son of Joseph, several Marys, and Judah, and a couple of other people. Every particular name, every individual name is common, very common, but the combination of those with the explanations, James, the brother of Jesus, son of Joseph, that's pretty telling. Anyway, but the most interesting part is, and I still can't get over it because it just seems too unreal, it's just too good to be true, is that the residue in the bottom of the James's box and the bottom of the Jesus's box, which used to hold their bones, which have now been reburied by the Hebrew Orthodox people in Jerusalem. So they've been reburied, so we have no access to them anymore. But the residue in the boxes contain a specific lead isotope that is only found in the Qumran plaster-lined water system. And Shimron et al., who wrote this up in 2020, I think, describe how to get this amount of lead in your bones, you would have to be spending many years imbibing such water. And I just can't believe it. It's just too good to be true. So here, Shimron's article and his graph of the data points. And you've got a little round circle, and that's the Qumran data. And sitting right on top of that is the James's data in a little triangle. And sitting right on top of that is the little cross, which is Jesus's data, sitting right on top of each other. Of this particular lead isotope that's only found in those two boxes. Wasn't found in the other Talpiot tomb boxes. Wasn't found in the external Jerusalem environment. Just these two residues in just these two boxes from Qumran. I can't believe it. Still can't believe it. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's all. I think I wanted. Yeah. So basically, in addition to the fact that there were two messiahs in the Luke's Canticle by Zechariah, John's daddy, the two messiahs doctrine there, matching the Qumran literature's two messiahs, both movements expecting this heavenly Redeemer, and both expecting to have an anointed messenger proclaiming their presence and coming. And both literatures used Isaiah 61 in the same kind of way in terms of preaching the Jubilee as release from sin. So they both do that as well. But no, it's nothing. There's no possible relationship between the two. They couldn't possibly be connected, you know. I mean, all these things are just pure coincidence. Excuse me. But the lead isotope data, yeah, pure coincidence. Enjoy. Oh, my goodness.